Wait. We can go further. We can go further. 4 damage! The lowest amount of damage you can deal to a target is 0. This is accomplished very easily. All you need to do is just space back away from an opponent far enough, something like a shotgun, and you'll deal immune markers. But that's boring, incredibly boring. I wanted to know the maximum amount of damage resist you can apply in Destiny 2. There's a lot more sources to this nowadays, so let's talk about some of the basics. First of all, did you know that Darcy has a range at which it'll stop detecting opponents? Found that out. Not even Darcy is within range. There's a limit to Darcy's range cap. Oh, there it goes. Oh, that's weird. Wait, back up. Can you back further away? So it's got ya. Can you go any further back? Here, let me get another ice underneath me. Oh, almost. Try again. Take 2. Oh, almost. Take 2. There you go. Yeah, it straight up won't lock onto you back there. Okay, yeah, 150 meters seems to be the limit. Destiny does damage resist in a very interesting way. It's not in the way that you might expect. A lot of people would assume that if you have, let's say, 50% damage resistance from one source and 50% damage resist from another source, that you would have 100% damage resistance. But this isn't the case. Destiny does it multiplicatively, which means that if you were to take 50% damage resist and stack it with another 50% damage resist, you're actually getting 75% damage resist. This is accomplished by Destiny taking 50% of the 50%, which means that it's actually completely impossible for you to ever deal 0 damage, as the game will always be dealing a fraction of a fraction, an infinitesimally small, albeit still technically present, damage to a target. And in fact, as you will see later in this video, we found out that it seems Destiny is incapable of rendering a 0, as we were able to deal so little damage that it should have, if it were rounding up or down and normal rounding up and down rules, it should have given us a 0, but it didn't. The second thing that's worth noting is that Destiny does damage resistance calculations different in PvE versus PvP. Obviously, the testing we're doing here is in PvP because we get these nice numbers that we can do nerdy math with. But in PvE, it's actually far greater. So, everything you're seeing here, multiply it by at least double, and that's roughly what you're going to get within PvE. You may notice that the weapon that we decided to choose here is a bow, a precision frame bow, and you might find that odd. We actually want to have a weapon that deals a lot of damage because that gives us a lot of granularity on our calculations. If we have something that's, let's say, only dealing 10 damage and something gets reduced by, I don't know, let's say 75%, we will have a hard time detecting where that extra 5% went. Whereas if we have a bigger number, hopefully a number that's closer to 100, we would get a much more accurate reading. The bows in particular were chosen here because they have no damage drop-off, no range drop-off. No matter how far in the back of the map we went, we would always deal the same amount of damage, which means that we were never going to get any strange inconsistencies of being perhaps slightly too far away or whatnot that might occur. Very first strategy that we tested was somewhat of a simple one. We decided to stack a glaive with the damage resistance of a super. Supers have a 50% damage resistance, and glaives seem to have about 40% or so damage resistance. When stacked together, this gave us 65% damage resistance. Quite good. An impressive amount, in fact. Go for it. Alright, here we go. And block. 28%. Okay, that's a significant increase in damage resistance. Without the block here, don't block. Yeah, so we're bringing it down to about half, a little over half it looks like, from just the base here. But hold that shield up again. All right, with both up again, from 81 down to 28. But then we added the Wings of Sacred Dawn. There we go. Pop your super, get ready to glaive. Jump up. Let it sour. Oh, didn't quite get it. Try again. 24% damage resistance. That's even more damage resistance. We're getting it down even further. The next big breakthrough in damage resistance numbers we saw was to change up in strategy to go over to Titans. Titans have the strongholds. Strongholds while blocking is somewhere around 70% damage resistance, which is a staggering amount, as just blocking with the sword with these exotic gauntlets equipped is more damage resistance than an entire super. This was getting us near our levels when we were running the full setup with the glaive and the Wings of Sacred Dawn and the super all at once. Right, false though. All right, hold on, let's test this. So that's 25. Yeah, these are both. Yeah, so that was with, that one did stack. So it's interesting to note that this does stack with the ice. Oh, but it gets better. Woven Mail's damage resistance is 20%. Now, like we stated earlier, the more damage resist we stack, the harder it is to get that number higher, as we're effectively fighting up an exponential curve. So this 20% is relatively significant. Because what were we getting, chat? What were we getting with the 19? Wow, that's a lot of damage resistance. What is that, 80% damage resistance? Even though it may be difficult to nerf the incoming damage, what if we nerfed the outgoing damage? The very first strategy, of course, was with the Renewal Grasp, which got us with everything set up with Woven Mail and the Strongholds to on, we'll say on Shadow Knight's Mark. All right, go. 19, it still can't, yeah, see that? It's getting harder and harder and harder, like exponentially harder to get it lower than that percent. Yeah, even with this. Yeah, weird, look at that. Why is that? You notice that? Roughly 75% damage resistance. You can see how much harder it is to get this damage resistance to go higher. The next big breakthrough came from chat when we remembered that severing was a thing. Severing reduces outgoing damage by 10%. And being that Sever is a separate source of damage reduction, separate from the damage reduction that we're dealing from our resistances, this will stack more linearly than it was prior. Still not great, but it is something. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. As soon as Gork throws the grenade, that's your cue. Existence, you're gonna throw your rope dart. Oh, Shadow Knight needs to get some more ammo. Shadow Knight, you're gonna hit the Woven Mail. Spooks, you're gonna block. You're doing great, Spooks. Ready? There we go. 19, we're hitting some kind of like ceiling. Yeah, 19, 18. We're still hitting a ceiling. It doesn't seem like it's actually doing anything. So, yeah, Gork's gonna keep doing their thing. Yep, perfect, perfect, perfect. Are we gonna lag the game out with that? It's kind of pretty though. Yeah, hold on. We need Shadow Knight, wherever Shadow Knight went. There we go. All right, on your mark, Existence. Oh, go for it. Yeah, we're still hitting a kind of ceiling here. The Sever doesn't seem to be doing anything, in fact. Interesting. All right, all right, all right. Cease, cease, cease. With the Sever and a Well now added into the mix of this for even bigger damage resist, we got this down to a staggering 87% and a little bit of change damage resistance. Oh, that's a lot of damage resistance. That's a lot of damage resistance. Here, hit me again, hit me again. Wow, that's a lot of damage resistance. That's almost 1/8 the total damage output. Meaning, if you were to fire a 100 damage weapon at a target, it would only deal around 13, well, closer to 12. An absolutely insane amount of damage resist. But then we remembered a different way of getting damage resist, a far more efficient way of getting damage resist. All right, whenever you're ready, Spooks. Let it sour. 9, okay, 9. Let's see if we can get the exact number for this. So 9 divided by 81.4. That is, wow, 11% Weave Walk. Weave Walk by default within PvP offers a 90% damage resistance, bigger than all other sources of stacking damage resist we have gotten to this point combined. What do you think happened when we stacked all of this together? My baby has been power crept, kinda. It does. Oh, that's terrifying. Oh my. Yeah, that's terrifying. That's interesting. It stacks. Okay, 95%. 95% damage resistance. Oh, but there was even one more. For a truck. I was gonna say, maybe we could just weave walk without it. the things are coming back. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. Hit me up, hit me up, hit me up. Four! It's even smaller. Holy crap. Did you know that Risk Runner will supply its damage resistance even while it is stowed and in something like Weave Walk? So when we got this all up, we were able to get this to, well, to my best estimate, about 96-ish% damage resistance. Okay, same setup, same setup. Got the Risk Runner on? It does. Oh my gosh, it does. Holy crap, it does. Wait. We can go further. We can go further. It does. It absolutely does. 3 damage. Whoa. 3 damage. That's actually insanity. This, I believe, is the most damage resistance you could possibly get within Destiny 2. To test this, we grab Celestial Nighthawk and Still Hunt, and a target survive. All right, spooks, pop Weave Walk. Ooh, it does seem to count it. Oh, okay, so that does count it differently. Here we go. All right, sever me. Hit me with that sever. Sever. 54! 54! Holy crap! This is an unprecedented, unbelievable amount of damage resistance. So, what is the lowest damage possible in Destiny 2? Well, assuming you can stack together Weave Walk, a Well, Sever from a Target, Woven Mail, Renewal Grasp, and Risk Runner, you can get it down to around 97 to 98% damage resistance. What? I thought I saw a 0. Oh, that's a 2. 1 damage on headshot. Wow. Which means that this is actually lower than 1 damage. Holy cow. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, subscribe. Bless your faces. Deuces.